This video is going to be showing the proper use of the stroke control hitting the micro switch. This is your stroke control. This limits how far up your machine will go. This stroke control will limit how far down your machine will go. There's a micro switch behind the covering. There's also micro switches behind the stroke controls on that covering. We will be demonstrating with these covers off the proper use of stroke controls. This is the stroke control. This is the micro switch. This limits how far up the hydraulic cylinder goes. This is movable. You can move this up and down by turning that. This is a stroke control. This is a micro switch. You can limit the stroke going up and down. If you move this down, it won't go down as far. If you move it up, it'll go down farther. The same as here. This has to be below this. This stroke control has to be above this micro switch. Otherwise, the machine won't work. If the stroke control is located below this micro switch, it will not work. It has to be here. Just like if this stroke control is above this micro switch, this hydraulic cylinder will come up here and bottom out, and the machine will no longer function. You would have to bring your stroke control back underneath the micro switch to make it work. This stroke control is hitting this micro switch in the proper position. If this stroke control goes above this micro switch, it's in the wrong position. If it goes up, you hear it go into bypass and the hydraulics are free flowing through the machine. This stroke control must be below that micro switch in order to have the correct position and not damage your machine. This micro switch just made contact with the stroke control and stopped the machine. This stroke control just made contact with that micro switch, stopping the machine. That is the proper way for the machine to work. Stroke control, hitting micro switch. Stroke control, hitting micro switch. This stroke control is going to hit that micro switch to see how far down the machine will go. Stroke control is hitting micro switch. That is as far down as a machine will go. This stroke control is going to hit this micro switch to follow how far up the machine will go. If this stroke control is on this side of the micro switch, the machine will bottom out the hydraulic cylinder and make a horrible noise. Just like that. That is wrong. This stroke control must be moved back so it can make contact with that micro switch. That's the proper setting for these. Once again, this stroke control makes contact with that micro switch, stopping the machine. This stroke control makes contact with that micro switch, stopping the machine. You cannot have this stroke control on that side of the machine. You cannot have this stroke control passed on this side. These two stroke controls hit those two micro switches in the shear position. This stroke control and micro switch, these two are for the notch position. This is still how low the machine will go. This is how high it will go in the notch position. This is how low it'll go, and this is how high it'll go in the shear position. If you have any additional questions on your stroke control, please contact your local regional manager of Amada Marvel Incorporated.